Yo, what up, bros? Welcome back to another video. This video was actually only intended for one recipient because that person, one of our guild members, Alpha Souffle, asked me how I do hosting for field bosses. The way I do it is, I try to do it as quick as possible and I make sure the entire party gets there. But also, hopefully, do the most damage to the boss so that we can get sort of the higher tier prizes. But I thought I'd share it with everyone anyway, the way that I do it. Now, first of all, I like to make party food. I like to make my party stay. But in this party today, in this one here, it's all just my own guild members. Oftentimes, if I'm making a new party on my own, I would just click invite nearby players and just invite the highest damage or highest CP players and nearby. And don't be afraid to just spam them an invite and hopefully they join. If you get 2 or 3 of the same sort of high-powered players in your party, they usually don't leave because they can see each other. But having said that, you got to make sure you lead a good party. So we're about to start a field boss in about a minute. I like to do so for our first boss. Usually in this server, in our server in Southeast Asia, it's very popular. The game is very popular. And usually all the channels will finish the first boss immediately. It's very quick, so we don't want to spend too long here. We only do this the Silverbeard once, so this is in the field boss here. We only want to do that once. You can in our server usually you can only do about 2 per boss, so we'll find out as we go along today. One very important point now, let me just take all this off, okay, is that you want to use this button here, not this button. I'll show you why, because one of them is a party travel and the other one isn't. I like to start with semi-auto because on semi-auto, usually it doesn't do damage right at the start. Okay, and then change to auto. I immediately click into field boss here because usually it will be dead before I even click in. So I got 14. So I click that button. That's a party travel. If your screen is small, actually it doesn't even tell you unless you wait a moment, because it's funny, it scrolls to the part where it says party. So if you've never done this before, if this would be your first time, you might not send the whole party over, which is a problem. Okay, so now we go to a very late channel. And hopefully the boss isn't dead yet. Now, one risk of doing this is if you change channel and the boss is already dead, someone was here early with their party, then you won't get a second Volcan in. So I got a second Volcan in, so that's the good news. And then the problem is that we probably won't get a Giganti in. So we'll find out very soon whether we'll be lucky enough to land a Giganti over here. Rank 19, so again I press that fast travel for party. If you do the channel change, oh yeah, we got lucky. So we did get into a channel 9 over here. If they landed us in channel 1 or 2 or 3, it probably would have finished already. So then we would have just seen an empty boss. Okay, so that's the good news. Now there's a cooldown that you always got to watch. So it says here how long the cooldown is. We've got a minute. I probably can't do another Giganti. That's okay. We'll just go straight to Stelia. Based on my hunch, is we'll finish Giganti way too early. Don't wait around. If you've got very popular servers, don't wait around for the cooldown to finish. Just go to the next boss. It's really not worth it. And by the time this is done, then we can switch immediately to the next channel that has Stelia. Okay, so good news. This Stelia is still alive. So this is from like months of hosting now. I'm pretty much exclusively host for every lobby I do during field bosses. I rarely join other people, so I'm talking from experience here. Okay, so Stelia is almost dead. Start clicking away at the channel change, unless you don't think he'll die yet. Okay, so now start clicking away. You can actually click before you even see. You can actually start clicking away before you even see this screen, the finished screen. So that's helpful because it won't cover up the button for changing channels. Okay, so here we go. Keep going. And you'll notice that changing channel has an advantage also. It will spawn you closer to the boss as opposed to fast travel option. in the same boss, So try and stand around where you expect the boss might be. I'll also have auto battle on maximum so that it always goes towards the boss, the maximum radius. Oh, I'm dead. One very good tip. Oh, hang on, someone just revived me. Thank you, Piggy, for reviving me. But one very good tip is if you do die, don't walk back. You don't need to walk back. You can fast travel back with this button here. If you click that, it will take you straight to the, well, nearly straight to the boss. Maybe I'll show you once. If I do die, I'll show you guys how this works. So one very good tip. Okay, I do die. I do die. Okay, here we go. So fast travel, don't walk back. Just fast travel back. Okay, here we go. So, and we're about halfway. Not quite ready to change boss yet. Alright, 10, 12. Yep, okay, 9, 8, 7 mil. Okay, now I start clicking away to the next field boss. This one you... Oh, I glitched out. That was a funny glitch. That was a very funny glitch. Wow, that looks weird. Okay, happens. That's right. Okay, so we're on to Mecharagon, or Mecharagon. Not actually sure how you pronounce that. And we hit him. Now, the good news is, so one thing you should be aware of is if your party arrives after you and they didn't get a hit in on the boss, but as long as they were there and they were in your party and you've made a hit, they will still get the prize. So that's the good news. Now, you should have your highest CP to lead the lobby because they will get there first. And if they can do more damage, it might give you a better prize because they will end up in the top 15 ranks for damage. But in my situation, I just lead the lobby every time. So ideally, you want your highest CP to lead the lobby, but not everyone likes leading lobbies. So this is just how I do it. Okay, so I like to go for very late lobbies once the boss dies the first time. Usually gives us a bit more time, but as you can see, a lot of people like late lobbies also. So 13 is actually going to be the last to finish here. And you'll see a trend. Initially, everyone goes for early lobbies to try and get more bosses in. But these days, a lot of people can't even get a second boss in. They go for a late lobby for better prizes. And that's how you do field bosses. Thank you for watching, guys. If you have any questions, come to our Discord channel. I've got a link in the description below. And come ask me there.